Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Okay, so this is my persona I had to make. It was based off of a um, Airtran website. I actually built it off of my boyfriend. He was a district manager, and it fit the criteria, so um, I based it off of him. I think it turned out really well just with the overall colors, the design, and the layout. I love the bars that kind of tell the overall experience with technology and their different personality. Overall, just love the layout. My second one is my drawing of a still life. I feel like this turned out really well for not thinking that I'm actually a pretty good drawer. Um, it was a fruit setup that we had to draw, and it was the first time using different grades of pencils, so I feel like it turned out pretty well for being the first time. This I did based off of a artist who takes images of nature and moths specifically, and we had to make it into a color wheel. So I took different colors of butterflies, moths, and different um, insects and put it into a color wheel and um, blended them together to make the middle colors. So I feel like this just turned out to be an outstanding piece. This is one of my favorite photos that I did in digital photography. Um, I took this of my beautiful niece and then blurred out the background to make it look like it was more distant. Her the colors and everything just flow really well in this image, and I just love the natural beauty that it brings out in her because she just has true happiness in her life. This was probably one of my favorite pieces so far because it was a digital painting of a still life. I was told not to pick a flower, and I picked a flower because I wanted a challenge, and it just turned out amazing. It looks just like the image, other than the marble countertop. I need to still kind of put some more effort into in making darker definition and other things like that. Overall, though, it's probably my favorite. And lastly is my AirPods poster. We had to pick a technology from the future and put it into a 70s style poster. So, kind of like an ad. And I digitally painted her whole face and hair and headband and everything, and I just feel like it turned out really well. She looks really good in it, and she looks very 70s like. So that was really fun for me to kind of get to play with it. Yeah, so those are my 6 that I am starting with. I'm sure I will have many more to come along, but these are my top 6 so far.